For Greece! Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here, and we are going to do something different. I found a CD of my old battle replays when I first started the game. And look at this! This is my very first online battle. That was against my coworker. That's the game where he decided not to tell me how to play, even though I just bought the game and he had experience with it. That was December 29, 2006. Holy cow, I wasn't even numbering these yet. And you can see... hold on. Eventually, I start to number them at Battle 101. So, what we're going to do, we're going to play this one. This is Battle 115. That's right, guys, Battle 115. That's a very early battle of mine. And it says here, replay is from a previous version of this game. So, I already watched this battle, so you can't see the outcome of the battle, but I'll make sure I clarify what's happening in the fight. So, I believe this was from a forum battle, because I used to, you know, go to the forums a lot. So, when we met on multiplayer from the forum, we put the name of the forum in our handle. So I was RTWH Prince of Macedon, and remember, this is not a clan. This is just a forum. So everyone in this game is from the forum, but these two are spectating. It's Severus and some other person, and then I'm taking on some guy. I already forgot his name, but you can see I have a huge hill advantage here, and I got a really bad army for fighting Scythia. Look at all these upgrades for companion cav for just. Look, I only upgraded half of my companion cav. These guys are not upgraded at all. Again, this is a very old battle. I'm rocking out some peltists here, some archers. No upgrades on my pikes. Now against Scythia, you don't want to bring this many pikes, but again, this is a very old battle. But my opponent's army is pretty bad too, considering. I think he only has like 1 or 2 headhunting maidens. And yeah, I've got the supreme terrain advantage over him. And I believe the spectators are just rocking out peasants for this fight, because they were just supposed to be spectating. But my opponent is going to have some hidden units in these trees here. And I want to fast forward just a little bit. Just a touch until it starts. I typically hate doing this. Alright, play. So he has Barbarian Cab, Headhunting Maiden, Scythian Horse Archers, and a Scythian Noble Archer. Then he's got a Barbarian Chosen Warlord. He's got some Archer Warbands not even in loose. But he's got these guys in the Cantabrian Circle, dodging a lot of my missiles. Granted, only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I only have 2 archers here. 2 archers, and the other 2 are peltists. But at least, you know, he might have saw them and go, wow, these are just archers? I can shoot them. And so if he was targeting them, which I don't think he was, that would have been a waste of his missiles. And so here is Severus. I remember Severus was a very experienced campaign player from the forum. And if I recall, I played against him. I was a real punk back then. I was like, oh, you're a campaign player. Let's see how good you are. So I kind of challenged him to a game. Alright, so... oh yeah, my opponent's name is HGKonigsberg Monarch. I don't know why he didn't put the forum tags on. Unless he wasn't from the forum. I was pretty sure this was just a forum battle. Anyways, I'm gonna attack these guys on the right. Unfortunately, these are headhunting maidens. The barbarian cav are no match, but the headhunting maidens kill my commander, as you can see.
Much better to have lived.
And so my opponent is actually getting a pretty good attack on my left over here. See this? He is blitzing through my my left side, but he forgot to put these guys into combat. Or maybe he didn't forget. Maybe he thought shooting my guys at point blank would have been most effective. But honestly, he should have just charged my pikes from behind. But you know, I finally beat the maidens over on this side. But great cost. I lost my commander, and I'm half strength with these guys. And managed to beat these axemen down. I got royal pikes and companions fighting against them. So he still has these nobles here, and then some noble women. And look at this! I just let him charge the backs of my royal pikes. I was so silly! And he charges these guys from behind too. So this is what he should have done in the first place, was charge my guys from all sides. Even though it didn't work, that's what he should have done earlier, when he had the chance. But at the end of all this, I was able to free some of my cav to charge his archers. He still has these noble archers, his barbarian chosen warlord. And now my guys are really surrounded, but my guys are heavily upgraded. This is my upgraded wing over here. I mean, mind you, they did lose their commander, my commander, at the start when I took on those maidens, who I don't think were even upgraded. So that just shows the dangers that I learned as Macedon taking on Scythia. Despite all my upgrades, and despite his lack of upgrades, his maidens still made a meal out of my companions, when you speak of it cost effectively. So, I hate how I played back then. Look at this. My companions are doing their own little thing, while my infantry just kind of hangs back over here. But my companions are doing some pretty good damage. And he's gonna chase my my light infantry with his horse archers. It's gonna exhaust his men though, running uphill. Even taking on my crappy peltas and whatnot, it's still gonna exhaust his men. So I'm gonna try to charge. My guys are warmed up. I have another companion unit coming in. I'm gonna try to take out these archers. There's this command unit who is minus a commander. So my royal pikes are still in great shape. And we're going to charge these archer warbands. So those guys break. And there's only, what, 3 cav units in that command unit. So they break too. And he's just going to shoot my pikes from all sides. Remember, this blue unit is an observer unit. They're not taking part in the battle. I think when Severus did observe, I think he did mess around at the end of the battle. So there's like these guys, they're just kind of holding their ground. So I pretty much cleaned up over here, but my opponent still has some cav up here, but very tired horse archers and another horse archer unit. And I still have archers. I've got these guys and those guys. Oh, those are peltists. So I made a lot of dumb mistakes in that. Like, the mistake started when I was buying my units. Putting all those upgrades in only half my cav and not distributing my upgrades. Look at the observers fighting each other. It's a peasant fight, I tell you. And basically, not bringing more archers against Scythia was a huge mistake. And obviously, my opponent made a huge mistake with his army too.
Drive them from the battlefield.
Should have had a lot more headhunting maidens, a lot more archers, spread them out, skirmish me. And then another huge mistake was letting my infantry not help out my cav. My infantry just sat back there and did nothing. I got my archer shooting at his peasants over there. So I take those guys out, and there's another unit right here. Very exhausted horse archers. And then he has a peasant unit running down. Oh! Look at my phalanx moving so slowly in phalanx formation. So I lost my cav. He's down to 19 exhausted Scythian horse archers. But I still have these archers over here, and I still have a Peltis unit down there. And I got all my pikes. He has another archer warband. And I think that's all he has. He has those 2 units right there versus my... What, 5? My cav came back down there. And Severus decided to charge me from behind with his peasants. But, so this battle is going to end right here, I think. Like, really soon. You can tell from the replay counter.
The gods be praised!
So I think...
The enemy's hearts are full of fear and...
Yeah, I'm not sure how it ended exactly. But this is when the replay finished. So my archers were still flaming these guys. And they were exhausted too, so yeah, they could not have put on much of a show. But good game though. That was a really fun battle, I think. I don't know. Do you guys have your old replays? I wish I saved all my replays, but as you guys noticed, I hardly save my replays anymore. Like when I first started this game, I was so gung-ho about saving every single replay. And at a certain number, I just stopped. I just got tired of it, because I was like, man, I actually don't watch my replays. Well, I am now, but... yeah, back in the day when I was learning, I would watch all my replays. Like when I lost, I would see why I lost. And if I won, I would see how I won. So I guess it was just the first hundreds, maybe 1,000 battles where I was in hardcore learning mode. And then, yeah, I just got lazy and stopped saving these replays.